Ako sa service mo.
Oo, mukha kasi connected dun eh.
Ano po?
Eto,
Hindi, okay naman. Hindi na po. Wala na po.
Hindi na.
Opo.
Baka may magalaw ako.
Naka-close pa yata yung live ninyo.
Ma'am?
Ba't hindi namin makita?
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Opo, wala sir. Hindi
Okay,
makita
sorry,
yung
ah.
live.
Naka-private ako pala. Sorry.
Sir, yung practice natin kahapon yan.
Hindi po. Okay na ma'am. Naka-private. Naka-public na po.
Refresh or reload po.
Okay na ma'am.
Yan, pumasok yung boses mo.
Okay na daw.
Pumasok yung boses mo.
Wala, boses ko. Hindi. Narinig ko. Ako naka-open. Nalakas ang talaga yung boses mo.
Narinig.
Gamit niya ito ba? Walang gagamit.
Wala.
Para meron din silang monitor for life. Ito yung may wala dito.
Narinig.
Oo nga sir, hindi lumalabas.
Dapat nakamit tayo. Nakamit lahat ito.
Naririnig tayo.
Opo.
Ha?
Hindi ako naka-face.
Alam ko na, yung camera niyo, kung nandun, naka-join sa Zoom. Hindi kaya.
Wala, hindi sa Zoom, sa Facebook.
Ayan, nakamit.
Ano yun?
Kahit ito, narinig ko.
May naririnig.
Saan?
Ito po, live. Live bilong lang. Or kaya baka yung audio ni sir naka-connect. Kahit bilong lang natin, naririnig.
Hindi natin nakapagos. Nakamit.
Meron pa kayo?
Meron eh.
Nakakulik ko kayo sir? Sa Zoom? Hindi naman.
Ano, naka-mute. Ano ba yan?
Ako ba, sir?
Naka-open po kayo?
Naka-ano po. Pero naka-click naman po lang.
Nakamit ako.
Sa Zoom na. Sa Zoom ng gagamit.
Sir, naka-mute mo no?
Naka-mute lahat. Nag-mute po.
Wala tayong control.
Pero dito na, sa app ko lang naman. Save ko lang.
Sir, yung
Hindi
cam.
siya nag-feed sa live.
Cam nila, cam. Direct cam nila.
Feedback ng live. Parang ng live. Live na. Mga 3 minutes na.
Mas? Hindi ka kay mama.
Eliminate background noise, but also make unwanted. Hi, welcome to another netiquette discussion. To ensure a positive experience for all the participants, here are some netiquette policies you should follow. 1. Always check if your microphone is on mute when it's not your turn to speak. This can not only help eliminate background noise, but also make unwanted noises to be heard. Let us observe one speaker at a time and be careful not to interrupt others when they are speaking. 2. Let us wait to be recognized before we start sharing our screen. Make sure at all times that your screen shows only the slides and videos that needs to be presented. Hashtag mind what you share. 3. Disconnect to connect. Let us consider disconnecting from things that may take out of focus, such as constantly checking our phones for us to connect. 4. We always aim to bring all voices into the conversation. We encourage participation by providing your thoughts about various discussion points in the chat box. Share your aha moments and now I know moments as we go throughout the program, but please be reminded to always practice collegial exchange of ideas and only raise questions related to the discussion. Remember, meeting etiquette don't go away just because we are not physically present with our fellow participants. Let us put the golden rule to work. Do unto others online meeting attendees as you would have them do in your meetings.
Participants in our Facebook Live and almost 1,400 registered participants. We would like to remind everyone that you need to accomplish the evaluation form at the end of this morning's celebration for you to get your certificate. We would also request you, our dear participants, to stay with us until the end of the program.
Hi, welcome to another netiquette discussion. To ensure a positive experience for all the participants, here are some netiquette policies you should follow. 1. Always check if your microphone is on mute when it's not your turn to speak. This can not only help eliminate background noise, but also make unwanted noises to be heard. Let us observe one speaker at a time and be careful not to interrupt others when they are speaking. 2. Let us wait to be recognized before we start sharing our screen. Make sure at all times that your screen shows only the slides and videos that needs to be presented. Hashtag mind what you share. 3. Disconnect to connect. Let us consider disconnecting from things that may take out of focus, such as constantly checking our phones for us to connect. 4. We always aim to bring all voices into the conversation. We encourage participation by providing your thoughts about various discussion points in the chat box. Share your aha moments and now I know moments as we go throughout the program, but please be reminded to always practice collegial exchange of ideas and only raise questions related to the discussion. Remember, meeting etiquette don't go away just because we are not physically present with our fellow participants. Let us put the golden rule to work. Do unto others online meeting attendees as you would have them do in your meetings.
Good day, everyone. We're glad to announce that as of now, we have 151 attendees in our Facebook Live and almost 1,400 registered participants. We would like to remind everyone that you need to accomplish the evaluation form at the end of this morning's celebration for you to get your certificate. We would also request you, our dear participants, to stay with us until the end of the program.
To formally begin the program, may we request everyone to please stand as we sing the Philippine National Anthem, followed by the audio-visual presentations of Doxology, NCR Hymn, and Tapat Hymn.
Almighty, loving, and merciful Father, Creator of everything and source of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, we adore you for your infinite wisdom and power. We praise you for you are the only one who can direct our lives. We thank you for all the gifts you have bestowed on us, your children. Without you, we are nothing. You are the ultimate teacher. You teach and instruct us in the way of life and guide us into your will. May we teach others with the wisdom and love that we receive from you. Remind us that our teaching is an act of worship to you. Amen.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Malik Yawmiddin. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladina an'amta alaihim ghairil maghdubi alaihim waladdallin. Amin. Rabbana dalamna wa ilayka tawakkalna wa ilayka anabna wa ilaykal masir. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina adzabannar. Rabbana waj'alna muslimaini laka wa min dzurriyyatina ummatan muslimatan lak wa arina manasikana wa tub alaina innaka antat tawwabur rahim. Rabbana dalamna anfusana wa illam taghfir lana wa tarhamna lanakunanna minal khasirin. Rabbana taqabbal minna innaka antas samiul alim wa tub alaina innaka antat tawwabur rahim. Birahmatika ya arhamur rahimin walhamdulillah.
Sa puso ko'y dangan ang
adhikaisulong ka, ang tanging NCR. NCR, NCR, dangal nitong bayan. NCR, NCR, dangal nitong bayan. Mga lungsod ng NCR, sa puso ko'y dangal. Ang adhikaisulong ka, ang tanging NCR. NCR, NCR, dangal nitong bayan. NCR, NCR, dangal nitong bayan.
At pateros, dangal nitong bayan, yamang tinataglay, karangalang tunay, talino at lakas nitong mamamayan, ang tanging layunin, manguna saan man, sumikat katapat, maging pangunahin, sumikat katapat, ika'y pagpalain, sumikat katapat, ang Diyos ay purihin, maging tanging hiyas nitong bayang giliw, tagig at pateros, dangal nitong bayan, yamang tinataglay, karangalang tunay, tagig at pateros, dangal nitong bayan, yamang tinataglay, karangalang tunay.
Hello, DepEd Philippines! SDO Taguig City and Pateros warmly acknowledges our DepEd Secretary, the Honorable Yunor Magtolis Briones. Region 1 Regional Director, Dr. Tolentino G. Aquino. Assistant Regional Director, Dr. Ronald B. Castillo.
Region 2 Regional Director, Dr. Benjamin D. Paragas. Assistant Regional Director, Dr. Jesse L. Amin.
Region 3 Regional Director, Dr. May B. Eclar. Assistant Regional Director, Dr. Roda T. Razon.
Region 4A Regional Director, Dr. Francis Cesar B. Bringas. Officer in Charge, Assistant Regional Director, Dr. Cherilu P. Repia.
From Region 4B Regional Director, Dr. Nicolas T. Capulong. Officer in Charge, Assistant Regional Director, Dr. Suzette G. Medina.
Region 5 Regional Director, Dr. Gilbert T. Sadsad. Assistant Regional Director, Dr. Ronelo Al K. Firmo.
Region 6 Regional Director, Dr. Ramir B. Oitico. Assistant Regional Director, Dr. Pedro T. Escobarte Jr.
Region 7 Regional Director, Dr. Salustiano T. Jimenez. Assistant Regional Director. Region 9 Regional Director, Dr. Ruth L. Fuentes. Officer in Charge, Assistant Regional Director, Dr. Pedro Melchor M. Natividad.
Region 10 Regional Director, Dr. Arturo B. Bayocot. Assistant Regional Director, Dr. Victor G. De Gracia Jr.
Region 11 Regional Director, Dr. Alan G. Farnazo. Assistant Regional Director, Dr. Maria Ines C. Asuncion.
Region 12 Regional Director, Dr. Carlito D. Rocafort. Officer in Charge, Assistant Regional Director, Dr. Revon Famil R. Baguio.
Region 13 Regional Director, Dr. Maria Gemma M. Ledesma. Assistant Regional Director, Attorney Fiel E. Almendra.
Cordillera Administrative Region, Regional Director, Dr. Estela L. Carino. Assistant Regional Director, Dr. Florante E. Vergara.
And the National Capital Region Regional Director, Dr. Wilfredo E. Cabral. Assistant Regional Director, Dr. Arnulfo M. Balane.
Bangsamoro Autonomous Region, Minister of Basic Education, Dr. Mohager M. Iqbal. Assistant Secretary for Academics, Dr. Morjuni Madi. Assistant Secretary for Special Projects and Programs, Dr. Alfadar Pajiji. Assistant Secretary for Operations, Dr. Mariam I. Balahim.
District 1 Congressman of Taguig City, Honorable Alan Peter Cayetano.
Congresswoman of District 2, the Honorable Maria Laarni Lopez Cayetano.
Our Taguig City Mayor, Honorable Lino S. Cayetano. Municipality Mayor of Pateros, Honorable Miguel F. Ponce III.
Schools Division Superintendent Margarito B. Matirum, CESO 6.
Assistant Schools Division Superintendent Keen Norman O. Areza, Juris Doctor.
Officer in Charge, School Governance and Operations Division Chief Supervisor Danny D. Espelico, Juris Doctor.
Curriculum Implementation Division Chief Supervisor Dr. Ellery G. Quincha.
The President of the Philippine Home Economics Association, Madam Susana V. Guinea.
Vice President for Administration at the Asian Regional Association for Home Economics, and our Vice President of the Philippine Home Economics Association, Mr. Albert M. Rosarda.
Officer in Charge, EPP TLE Education Program Supervisor, Dr. Jose F. Abisado Jr. Other education program supervisors, school heads, teachers, and of course, including those who are in the Zoom meeting app and those who are streaming via Facebook Live. Palambing po ng Heart React, and don't forget to comment your name, school, and division on the chat box and comment section. So right now, sir, let's read some comments from our Facebook Live attendees. Sige nga, let's check who among the regions have the most active participants.
And as of now, we have 320 attendees.
All right. Let's check, sir. From Mafe Castillo. Hi, ma'am. Thank you for tuning in our live Facebook streaming. Also, let's see.
From Lizelle Magbanwa, good morning.
Good morning, too.
Honored guests, officers and members of the Philippine Home Economics Association, distinguished colleagues and friends, ladies and gentlemen, a very pleasant good morning. World Home Economics Day was initiated as a public relations event in 1982. And since then, each 21st day of March highlights a home economics theme we feel deserves public attention. The 2022 focus is being resilient homes and families. Homes are the most important haven and assets in people's lives and are more and more affected by climate change and the pandemic. The pandemic has compelled education systems around the world to adopt distance learning modalities for basic education at a scale not done before. While there are major challenges that confront the department, students, teachers, and school leaders, this has at the same time presented our new opportunities that will serve us well for adapting to the future of education post-COVID-19. This year's World Home Economics Day focus is on what it takes to make homes safer and more resilient. Housing and indoor environment is a home economics discipline, spearheading education and research on building resilient households. We use World Home Economics Day to highlight the profession's important contribution to building a resilient future, educating on aspects such as environmental health, consumer choice, or housing insecure populations. Through the celebration of World Home Economics Day, the Philippine Home Economics Association, in coordination with the Home Economics Related Organization, provides opportunities for the EPP and TLA teachers from both public and private schools to come and work together to uplift the status of the home economics education and its allied discipline. On behalf of the Schools Division of Taguig City and Pateros, I sincerely thank and acknowledge every one of you who extended help to us for making this event a grand success. We extend our gratitude for your attendance, and we anticipate that you will have a productive hour ahead as we listen to the inspirational message of our honored guests, keynote speakers, and thereafter observe the virtual showcasing via live streaming of best practices. I end my opening remarks with our school division tagline, Excellence in Unity, a legacy that lasts.
Thank you very much, Sir Aresa. At this juncture, I would just like to acknowledge our 344 FB Live participants as well as the 270 Zoom attendees for today.
The Philippine Home Economics Association is a broad organization across the country. To present the participants of today's celebration, please welcome the Taguig Chapter Philippine Home Economics Association President, Mr. Fernando Z. Tabia.
A wonderful morning, ladies and gentlemen. This month marks the second year that the world is facing global pandemic, COVID-19. We were taken aback by this invisible enemy. It greatly affected every aspect of our lives, and education, health, economics, and family relationships are the key areas that hit rock bottom. But through God's given grace, we continuously manage to thrive and to survive. Having said that, today's celebration is one of the many circumstances that keep us moving forward with the hope that these too shall pass. Hence, I welcome everyone to the 2022 World Home Economics Day celebration with the theme Building Resilient Homes and Families, overseen by the Philippine Home Economics Association and the Schools Division Office, Taguig City and Pateros. It gives me a great pleasure to welcome the participants from each region to the conference. Let's put our hands together for the participants from Region 1, Ilocos Region, 5 participants from SDO Ilocos Sur, 6 participants from SDO Pangasinan 1, and 1 participant from SDO Pangasinan 2. From Region 3, Central Luzon, 1 participant from SDO Angeles City, 2 participants from SDO Bataan, 4 participants from SDO Bulacan, 1 participants from SDO Cabanatuan City, 91 participants from SDO Nueva Ecija, 1 participants from SDO Olongapo City, 252 participants from SDO Pampanga, and 6 participants from SDO San Fernando City. Let's also welcome the delegates from Region 4A Calabarzon, 5 participants from SDO Batangas, 1 participant from SDO Calamba City, 1 participant from SDO Cavite City, 2 participants from SDO Tanawan, 5 participants from SDO Cavite, 12 participants from SDO Laguna, 1 participant from SDO Quezon, 1 participant from SDO Rizal, 1 participant from SDO Antipolo City, 1 participant from SDO Bacoor City, and from Region 4B Mimaropa Region, 1 participant from SDO Marinduque, from Region 5 Bicol Region, 2 participants from SDO Camarines Sur, 2 participants from SDO Iriga City, 1 participants from SDO Albay, and a warm round of applause for the participants from Region 6, the Western Visayas region, 1 participant from SDO Silay City, from Region 7, the Central Visayas region, 3 participants from SDO Cebu, 1 participants from SDO Bohol, and from Region 8, Eastern Visayas region, 1 participant from SDO Western Samar, and 1 participant from SDO Eastern Samar. Let's continue to extend our warm welcome for the delegates from Region 9, Northern Mindanao, Region 1, participants from SDO Misamis Oriental, 10 participants from SDO Lanao del Norte, 1 participants from SDO Cagayan de Oro City, Region 11, Davao Region, 1 participants from SDO Panabo City, 1 participants from SDO Davao del Sur, 12 participants from SDO Davao de Oro. From Region 12, the Sorsogon Region, 1 participants from SDO Cotabato, 1 participants from SDO Kidapawan, 1 participants from SDO Surigao del Sur, and the last but not the least, the National Capital Region, 11 participants from SDO Caloocan City, 25 participants from SDO Parañaque City, 8 participants from SDO Pasay City, 12 participants from SDO Pasig City, 96 participants from SDO Quezon City, 4 participants from SDO Valenzuela City, 3 participants from SDO Las Piñas City, 4 participants from SDO Makati City, and 1 participants from SDO Malabon City, 1 participants from SDO Mandaluyong City, 2 participants from SDO Marikina City, 335 participants from SDO Manila, and 404 participants from the host division, Schools Division Office, Taguig City, and Pateros. 2022 World Home Economics Day celebration has a total of 1,350 participants from all regions. Again, let's put our hands together for this year's delegates from each region. On behalf of the Philippine Home Economics Association and the Schools Division Office, Taguig City and Pateros, I hope you have a memorable and fun time with us. And remember these words from Catherine de Bray: like tiny seeds with a potent power to push through tough ground and become mighty trees, we hold innate reserves of unimaginable strength. We are resilient, so let's be one of the agents helping build resilient home and families in our community. Good morning and God bless everyone abundantly.
Thank you, Mr. Tabia, for recognizing our participants. Audience update at the moment, we have 374 FB Live viewers and 294 Zoom attendees. And to formally welcome us all in today's celebration of the World Home Economics Day, please help me welcome the passionate former Deputy Supervisor and currently the President of the Philippine Home Economics Association, none other than Madam Susana V. Guinea.
distinguished guests, fellow home economists, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is with great pleasure to convey my warmest greetings to you all as we celebrate World Home Economics Day 2022. The International Federation of Home Economists directive to celebrate World Home Economics Day every March 21 was relaunched in the Philippines last March 21, 2015. From then on, different divisions of the Department of Education took turns in hosting this affair, with DepEd Manila in 2015, DepEd Makati in 2016, DepEd Valenzuela in 2017, DepEd Nueva Ecija in 2018, DepEd Pampanga in 2019, DepEd Quezon City in 2021, and now here in Taguig Pateros 2022. This event is to give a day off to all home economists and its allied professionals to celebrate, indulge themselves in worthwhile activities, this time provided by the host division, Taguig Pateros. On behalf of the Board of Directors of the Philippine Home Economics Association, we wish and pray that you may have a pleasant and meaningful day ahead. Again, welcome and mabuhay tayong lahat.
Thank you very much for the warm welcome, Madam Guinea. I know that most of us will agree that home economics is a vital part of our educational system that gives opportunities for everyone to acquire knowledge and develop skills, especially to our students even in this time of pandemic. Though some of us are in difficult situation, but then we are not giving up.
Moving on to the next part of our celebration, there are people out there who will always inspire us. So this time, let us all listen to the inspiring message of our ever-supportive Honorable Congresswoman of District 2, Maria Laarni L. Cayetano.
To the members of the Philippine Home Economics Association and our participants from all around the country, warm greetings. Let me begin by sharing with you good words from Hebrews 3 verse 4 of our Holy Bible. For every house is built by someone, but God is the builder of everything. As we reflect on these words, let us realize that our God is the greatest homemaker because He built the world for us to inhabit and for us to have a home. It is an honor to speak to you today and celebrate with you this year's World Home Economics Day through this virtual gathering. It is often said that home is our first school. The skills we gain inside our households become our tools in conquering the challenges in all aspects of our lives. Our homes are microcosms of our outside world. What may seem as simple household tasks are actually opportunities to sharpen our organization skills, resource management, creativity, and problem-solving skills. With that, I would like to commend the PHEA for organizing seminars, programs, advocacy campaigns, and fairs on home economics. This year, we strive to help our kababayans in building resilient homes and families, which is a fitting concept for our youths who are forced to survive in a challenging period in our history. Through home economics, you improve your patience, attentiveness, situational awareness, and God-given abilities. May the hard work of all the members of PHEA result in a generation of well-rounded Filipinos. Once again, thank you for the opportunity to be with you today, and may we all have a blessed World Home Economics Day.
Thank you so much, Congresswoman Lani Cayetano. At the moment, there are 392 live viewers from our Facebook and 309 Zoom attendees.
Partner, did you know that the SDO of Taguig City and Pateros is known for homegrown talents and skills? Let us now witness the students from Signal Village National High School with their intermission number.
Thank you so much, Signal Village National High School students, for showcasing your talents. Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, let's flood our FB Live with your virtual applause and heart reacts. 405 live viewers, kaway-kaway dyan, heart react para sa mga students ng Taguig City and Pateros.
Oh, let us read some comments from our attendees in our Facebook Live. So here is Ma'am Lot Aquino watching from SDO Pampanga. Good morning.
Good morning.
From Ma'am Josie Colino. Good morning. Watching from G. Lopez Haena Elementary School. Yuli Campos, productive morning. ITCHI Mandaluyong.
Hello po.
Loida Salvatierra Calidro. Good morning from San Leonardo Central School, SDO Nueva Ecija, San Leonardo Annex.
Good
Hello
morning.
Po, good morning po. Reynali S. Quinto, good morning po, watching from San Leonardo Central District of San Leonardo Division of Nueva Ecija. Okay. So another message from Ning Del Rosario. Good morning everyone watching from NDVHS.
Hello, sir. Hello, ma'am.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone.
From Adelita Kaadan Sularan. Good morning, everyone watching from Justice Cecilia Munoz Palma High School, SDO Quezon City. Hello po. Good morning.
Good morning. So, Sir Kevin, maybe some of us are wondering why we have this celebration.
Yes, maybe some of them.
Or maybe thinking about what this celebration means to us.
Okay.
So, to give the rationale of the World Home Economics Day, let us all welcome the Vice President for Administration and the Asian Regional Association for Home Economics and our Vice President of the Philippine Home Economics Association. Let us all welcome Mr. Albert M. Rosarda.
I'll share my screen. Am I audible?
Loud and clear, sir.
Thank you, Ma'am Gladeline, and to our regional directors, assistant regional directors, and regional education program supervisors. Also to Dr. Margarito B. Materum, the school's division superintendent of the division of Taguig City. To Dr. Romela M. Cruz of Mandaluyong City, of course, the school's division superintendent. Juris Dr. Queen Norman O. Areza, Taguig City's assistant schools division superintendent. Juris Dr. Danny Espelico, chief supervisor of the school's governance and operations division. Dr. Ellery Quintia, Curriculum Implementation Division Chief Supervisor. Dr. Arlene G. Mendoza, the Chief of the Curriculum Implementation Division of SDO Mandaluyong City. To Dr. Jose F. Abisado, Education Program Supervisor of EPP and TLE of the Schools Division of Tapat. Our keynote speaker, Dr. Francisco P. Felizar Jr., our Honorable Congresswoman Maria Laarni L. Cayetano of the 2nd District of Taguig, and also Mr. Fernando Z. Tabia, the PHEA Tapat Chapter President, Mr. Ramil Santillan, the Acting Division Information Technology Officer of the Schools Division of Tapat, to our very dear Mrs. Susana B. Hinea, the President of the Philippine Home Economics Association, my fellow officers and coordinators and apprentices of the Philippine Home Economics Association, Chief Supervisors, Public Schools District Supervisors, EPP and TLE Supervisors, to our dear principals, department heads, master teachers, and fellow teachers. Special greetings also to our hero. When I say hero, what I meant is home economics related organizations. The MAPSHEDA, MAPSHETA, the MEHEMTA, and MAPSHEMTA of the Division of Manila. Also, the PHEA of the Division of Quezon City, and the PHEA chapters at Nueva Ecija, Tapat Division, and the Pampanga Home Economics Teachers Association. Isang mapagpalang umaga po sa ating lahat, and Happy World Home Economics Day. The Philippine Home Economics Association was incorporated through the efforts and established through the efforts of our very honorable and of course very dear to us, none other than Dr. Helena Zoila T. Benitez. That was in 1948. She is one of the foremost reason why we are virtually gathered here today. That is in celebration of the 2022 World Home Economics Day. Dr. Benitez passed away at the age of 102 on the 19th of July 2016. And personally, I am grateful to her for her legacy that she left to all of us. I am pretty sure that she is extremely happy knowing that her fellow home economists are still active with the PHEA activities such as this one. Dr. Benitez, as the founding president of the Philippine Home Economics Association, spearheaded our affiliation with the ARAHE, the Asian Regional Association for Home Economics. At present, ARAHE and the Philippine Home Economics Association maintains its strong ties, for both association shares the same vision and mission for the welfare of the home economics education, as well as its allied discipline, that is the industrial arts, the agri-fishery arts, the information and communications technology, and the technology and the technical, vocational, and livelihood. Now, ARAHE is conducting biennial international congress. And of course, the Philippine Home Economics Association is one of its foremost attendees, along with the other home economics association in the Asian countries. In behalf of my fellow ARAHE officers, let me take this opportunity to extend our invitation to all of you to join us at the 21st ARAHE Biennial International Congress, which will be held this coming August 7 to 21, 2023. That is to be held at Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. So I hope that you will be ready by the year 2023. Aside from ARAHE, the Philippine Home Economics Association is also affiliated with IFHE. That is the International Federation for Home Economics. The IFHE is the mother organization of the home economists around the world. The 24th IFHE World Congress will be held this coming September 4 to September 10, 2022. And it will be held at Atlanta, Georgia, USA. So again, we are extending our invitation to you, our fellow home economists, to join us at the IFHE World Congress. With these activities, international activities, I could say then that truly the Philippine Home Economics Association is an association that can be your partner for benchmarking around the globe. Okay, now, was this article that was published at the website of the International Federation for Home Economics. And this article stated that March 20 in 1982, the International Federation for Home Economics continued to recognize the 20th day of each year for every month of March as the World Home Economics Day. The purpose of this day is to publicize and promote the International Federation for Home Economics and, of course, the home economics profession. Now, as an affiliate of the International Federation for Home Economics, it is then but fitting and also the responsibility of the Philippine Home Economics Association to adhere to the directives of its mother international association for the purpose of serving and a bridge between the home economists here in our country and, of course, also in the other parts of the world. IFHE had identified various themes for the World Home Economics Day celebration. According to IFHE, this occasion has been a brilliant opportunity for each home economist member organization to hold an event or special activity. Inasmuch as the IFHE supports the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals of ensuring healthy lives and also to promote well-being for all ages, PHEA, as an affiliate of IFHE, has also support the United Nations goal through the celebration of the World Home Economics Day. It is then why the Philippine Home Economics Association is religiously celebrating the World Home Economics Day. So, again, I would like to thank the Tapat Division for hosting this year's celebration of the World Home Economics Day. Again, thank you very much for joining us virtually in this celebration. Muli po, isang magandang araw po sa ating lahat and happy World Home Economics Day to all.
Thank you very much for the compendious message, Mr. Rosardo, as well as the future or the updates of the future endeavors of the association.
Once again, we would like to acknowledge our 435 Facebook Live viewers and 321 Zoom attendees.
At this juncture, sir, we will be showcasing another talented student. So let us watch the intermission number prepared for us by a grade 7 Upper Bikutan National High School student, Cherise Rascal. Wow, thank you very much for your powerful voice, Charisse. You simply rock. At this juncture, sir, we now come to the highlight of today's program. And to introduce our speaker this morning, let us all welcome our Officer in Charge, Education Program Supervisor of TLE and EPP, none other than Dr. Jose F. Abisado Jr.
Bachelor of Science in Forestry and graduated in the University of the Philippines, Los Baños. He finished his master's degree in the same school and took up Masters of Science in Forestry. He also took up Masters of Public Administration in University of the Philippines, Manila, and finished his Doctor of Public Administration in the University of the Philippines, Diliman. He was also a former Dean in the College of Human Ecology in University of the Philippines, Los Baños since 1987 to 1992. He's also a fellow United Nations Center for Regional Development in Nagoya, Japan since 1989 to 1990. He was an Assistant Secretary and Officer in Charge Undersecretary of the Department of Science and Technology during President Ramos' administration since 1993 to 1995. He's also an Officer in Charge, Officer of the Director in the Philippine Council for Agriculture and Natural Resources Research, former PCARRD DOST in 1994. He was also a Deputy Director of Southeast Asian Ministers of Education Organization, Southeast Asian Regional Center for Graduate Study and Research in Agriculture, since 1996 to 2002. He was also a Professor of Environment, Policy, and Development in College of Asia-Pacific Studies, Ritsumeikan Asia-Pacific University in Japan, since 2002 up to March 2017. He was an Associate Dean in the Graduate School of Ritsumeikan Asia-Pacific University in Japan, since 2003 to 2006. He was also a director of the Ritsumeikan Center for Asia-Pacific Studies in 2017. And also Vice President for Research and International Cooperation, Ritsumeikan Asia-Pacific University since 2013 to 2017. He also authored and edited books and articles related to environment and natural resources policy and administration, served as consultant to national and international development agencies, and as training facilitator and lecturer in various training programs and conferences. Currently, a school chaplain in Los Baños Faith Christian School Incorporated. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome our keynote speaker, Dr. Francisco P. Feliazar.
Hello?
Hi po.
All right. Wow, wonderful. Thank you very much for the warm welcome and generous introduction, Dr. Abisado. Since you are a junior, I'm not surprised. We share the same. We must be good people, right? Thank you very much, Dr. Jojo, for that. I met you yesterday, and I was so impressed by your concern for details because we had a dry run yesterday. You have to tell the people here that the organizing committee was really serious pursuing this conference and making sure that everything goes well. Well, to the honored guests, the President, Madam Susana Guinea, and other officers of the Philippine Home Economics Association, the hosts and the organizing committee members, to all participants, Let me extend my heartfelt thanks for the privilege of joining you in celebrating the World Home Economics Day. Congratulations too for efficient and successful organization of this national conference. After listening to the previous talks, seeing the colors and hearing the sounds, I was just truly amazed, and I was wondering, hey, what else can I say? I would rather say, I agree to the above, okay? Because I am one with you in the spirit of this celebration. Indeed, I am extremely honored being part of this occasion, sharing time with leaders and the uncelebrated heroes of today. You know, you're truly heroes. With all sincerity, respect, and admiration, allow me to say that you truly are the leaders of this country. Because leadership is not about position or rank. It is about influence. Most certainly, you have influence and are continuously influencing the lives of many students. You are leaders. Not only that, you are all heroes, not only for the acrostics or the acronym, but indeed, you are heroes, though sadly unsung, oftentimes unrecognized, if not truly or fully disregarded. You are heroes. Your fight is not in the war zone, but in shaping the hearts and minds of the young generations, who will be the responsible and accountable family builders and leaders. Into your hands is the solemn and noble responsibility and privilege of shaping our country's destiny. And what could be more heroic than this? Tell me. You are heroes and leaders. I salute you. Congratulations. This year's theme of building resilient homes and families is praiseworthy. That's why I titled my talk, Building Resilience in Home and Family, Pillars and Foundation. Families are constantly buffeted by changing winds of societal changes, occurrence of natural disasters, unexpected and unprecedented COVID-19 pandemic,
Hello. Sir, please unmute your microphone. Thank you.
Time is of the essence. We cannot expect a better tomorrow without attending to today's challenges. Undeniably, the dream of a better society and nation hinges on the strength and resilience of today's families. It is for these reasons that I accepted this invitation to join you. I am truly thankful to Mr. Fernando Tabia's insistence and convincing ability, as well as the concurrence of the officers of your organization. That is when I received a lovely and very nice letter from the president, Madam Guinea. Let me say, however, that I am not an expert here, but a learner. There's so much to learn from each other. I believe that if one stops learning, that person stops growing. My presentation today is not a prescription or imposition, but for your consideration and possibly future research and future examination. Consider this exercise as a mining expedition as well. I suggest you pick the gems and throw away the clay. Moreover, let us agree to disagree and resolve to take the bitter with the sweet. You know, I have a reason for that, because many times we look at the same thing, but we see them differently. Just because you're right does not mean I am wrong. You just have not seen life from my side. Indeed, there will be as many views as the number of people looking. And we look at home economics and other allied disciplines differently. Given that, I would like to establish some common grounds for us to work on. We are connected from my field of natural ecology to economics. We share. Hello?
Yes, we can see it. Okay.
Are you able to see this?
Transformation.
Hello? Are you able to see this?
Yes, sir, you may continue.
Are there some problems?
Yes, sir. We can.
Okay, can I go on?
Yes, sir, please continue po.
Can I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes,
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 sir.
sir.
You can
Yes,
proceed.
sir. Yes, sir.
Because I hear some sounds in the background, so I was bothered. I don't know. Anyway, if you see this, we are connected with each other. We share the same house, except that in natural ecology, we talk about the principles of nature, the study of nature. But yours would be the numbers or the accounts or management of the same house, of the house. Okay? So that when I talk about human ecology and home economics, well, human ecology evolved in most colleges in the US from home economics. You're aware of that, right? Because we're talking about man in environment and the home being the immediate environment. But we apply the same rules, sound principles in sound management of the house. That is, for me, I hope you agree, home economics. Because ecological principles are family principles. Get it? One, everything in nature has a purpose. Whether you're young or old, you have a purpose for being here, being a member of the family. In nature, everything is related to everything else. Relationship is vital. There is unity in differences. We are not the same. I have 3 children. They are not the same, or they cannot be identical in many ways. Born from the same parents, but different personalities, likes and dislikes, emotions and intellectual abilities. There is a strength in diversity, and this is where your side energy comes in. No one is a master of everything. And when we are together, using our diverse talents and energies and resources, we are strong. Of course, nature has limits in the same way that family has limits. That's why we are concerned about today's affair of talking about resilience in homes and families, because we would like to strengthen, reinforce the carrying capacity of families to withstand crisis and withstand perturbations in the environment. So what's resilience? In general, resilience is the capacity to withstand and recover from difficulties, setbacks, adversity, or crisis. It simply means toughness, matatag, resilient. I like this Japanese proverb: the bamboo that bends is stronger than the oak that resists. That's true, right? Resilience is best demonstrated by bamboos. That's why I never neglect planting bamboos in my yard. It's a good reminder of resilience. But what is family resilience? It's a family's ability to maintain or resume effective functioning, including care of its members, following potentially traumatic events. Of course, those who have read this and studied this, you know. Family resilience involves adaptation or coping over time as well. But I see that here is a better rendition of what resilience is all about, what I'm talking about today. Family resilience can be defined as the capacity to rebound from adversity stronger and more resourceful. What do I mean by this? It is not mere effective functioning or business as usual. It is more than just getting through or coping. It implies positive transformation and growth. So the question to the families would be like this: are we more resilient after COVID-19? Okay. Are we better and stronger? So that resilience, family resilience, would be something like this. Amid shocks, you don't decline, you don't go divided and dysfunctional, okay? You become better and stronger. And that's our aim. How to do this? I propose we look at some issues. And that's the core of my discussion today. So bear with me, stay with me to the last, and I hope you can pick some gems, some precious information from this talk. And I wish, and my prayer is, we can share our ideas and move forward. So I suggest you consider this. Family resilience needs strong pillars and a firm foundation. I leave with you an image just to show what, to me, from my perspective, home and family resilience is all about. The pillars are attitude, ability, assets, and access. And these pillars stand on firm foundation, which is spirituality. Let me proceed. Attitude. You agree with me that attitude determines altitude. You see, even airplanes, they have their own flying attitude. Okay? If there are they go nose up, that means they are taking off. And nose down, they're touching down. And as individuals, we also have our nose up and nose down attitude. Positive, nose up; negative, nose down. But attitude is shaped by one's beliefs, values, and determines one's behavior, correct? And again, just a graph to refresh your memory. Beliefs are ideas we hold to be true and determined or influenced by our culture, by your faith, by your education. That's why your role at Home Economics is very important, because you are mentors, and of course, experience. Values are what things that we consider important. Family is important. Peace, wealth, happiness, and honor. Examples. An attitude, for example, is the manner we treat or approach others and situations. Are we humble, just, caring, thankful, merciful, etc.? And how we deal with people is our behavior, how we act. Are we kind? Are we giver or server or receiver? Or are we serving and accepting? So I like your core value in the PHEA, leadership and service. Because nowadays people would love to be called servants, but when they are treated as servants, they complain. Okay? And many times, the so-called public servants are not public servants. They are self-servants because they're fond of going to fast food and, they are conditioned to self-serving. You know what I mean? So, just to make the discussion lighter, just remember I worked with government for some time. And I learned a lot of lessons. Working here in Bicutan, I was here for many years, commuting every day from my place in Los Baños. Attitude influences the nature of personal dealings or transactions with others. And at home, this is best demonstrated by four kinds of transactional behavior. And I will borrow from Dr. Thomas Harris. If you read the book, I'm okay, you're okay. This is it. If the transaction is something like this, I am okay and you're not okay, well, I am better, I am superior, serve me. But if it is, I am not okay, you're okay, pity me, let me enjoy my pity party, I'm sorry for myself, and I'm jealous that you are better than myself. What do you expect? Inferiority. But I'm not okay, you're not okay. What does this mean? This world is too small for the two of us. Someone has to go. Let's just fight each other. Or this home is just too much. Let me leave this place. Okay? Because I'm not okay, you're not okay. Threat to the family. Husband and wife. Children. I don't like my father. I don't like my mother. I'm not okay because they told me I'm not okay. And they're not okay with me. Why stay in this place? Dysfunctional families. But if we have the attitude of I'm okay and you're okay, you expect resilience because they move together, they support each other, they care for each other because they're okay. Right? Attitude means a lot. So what kind of attitude are we shaping in the lives of people? Ability. Well, ability is associated with the word power or dynamite, but actually power is simply the ability to do. Okay? And ability involves attitude, knowledge, and skills. And you know, there are four, among others, that I identified as critical to resilience in homes and families. One is capability. Competence, the ability to do things. Okay? Two words, capable and able. Well, I'm so glad. You should make me a member of the Philippine Home Economics Association. And I would apply as a member because I am a home economist because I can cook. I'm a tailor. I'm a carpenter. I can do plumbing and I can do a lot of things. So that within this pandemic, I don't have to hire anybody else because I can do things here at home. You know what I mean? So are these the skills that you're teaching our students? To be fathers who will not just sit on easy chair and watch TV, but are able to do something. Second is adaptability. Ability to adapt to different and varying conditions, whether sad, tragic, or successful. Responsibility is related to adaptability. You respond positively to different challenges in life. Ability to cope. Ability to turn negative things to positive. Responsibility. And of course, teachability. This is worse because when someone gets older, the ability to learn and the willingness to learn new things, to be taught, declines. But in home, if you want to cope and you want to be resilient, you have to promote these abilities. Third, and I would like to move fast, is assets. Of course, you know this. Family resource management. We are affected by the nature and management of resources and other material and non-material assets. And quickly, 3 T's would come to your mind, right? Treasures, talents, time. But I would like to add the 4th one, social capital. Treasures, money, property, possessions. This could be limiting because some families are really struggling even to put food on the table. Okay. Money is scarce, especially this time. We're now facing another economic downturn because of this war in Ukraine and Russia. You have the gasoline price hike coming in, and we're sacrificing a lot of economic opportunities as well for employment for some people. People are getting displaced. But if there are no treasures, at least there should be talents. This pandemic brought about increasing assets from some families by cooking, engaging on online marketing, engaging on some services, because they have talents. But if they don't have treasures and talents are limited, we have time, which is basically 24 hours a day. And equally, all people will have time. So are we teaching our people time management? Or you have more time with your gadget than doing creative activities? And the 4th one is social capital. What is this? It's about social networks. And we're happy that ICT, facilitated our being connected. Even right now, we don't know each other, but at least in this conference, you have known me, and we're connected now. You can call me, I can call you, even after this conference. But having networks with shared norms, values, and understanding that facilitate cooperation within or among group is a very important asset, social capital, because it involves personal relationship. A person is connected to one, that person's to another, and then to another. And if you expand this, your social network is so huge, you are rich in social capital. If also you support each other by sharing information, sharing resources in times of crisis, being engaged in social work and development projects, and of course, if there is trust and cooperation among you. The fourth one is access, because there are external resources, assistance, and support that must be enjoyed, access for the greater family resilience. We cannot be self-reliant no matter how rich and how powerful you are. We need support from others. But there are services and support that may be available but not accessible, so that resilient families would be able to negotiate, be able to journey, be able to, shall we say, manage accessing this support and other services. And what are the issues you have to know? The knowledge. Where are the services? How can we avail of that? But we have a lot of knowledge gap. We should overcome this. Who is the one providing it? Physical distance is an issue. Standard of service, you cannot help it. That's why when I was in the office here in Bikutan, I would often talk to my desk people. The clerks and secretaries said, you are in the frontline service. I want you to be friendly to people who come in, because the standard of service is determined by the attitude of the frontline service people to attend to the needs of people. Either you attend to them with a smile or with a pout or indifference. So this is an issue of access. And of course, the other one would be the requirements for service. Some services require long queuing, long forms to fill up, and a lot of things. Families should be taught to negotiate and manage all these hindrances and difficulties. So you got now 4 pillars: ability, attitude, access, assets. Very important. But then pillars without foundation, they crumble, they crash, correct? So I propose spirituality as a foundation. It involves a recognition of a feeling or sense of or belief that there is something greater than oneself, something more to being human than sensory experience, and that the greater whole of which we are a part is cosmic or divine in nature. There's a higher form, higher power. Dr. Maya Spencer. I like Philip's rendition. It is not limited to spiritual practices such as meditation, but suggests a pursuit of a life shaped by a sense of meaning, values, and perhaps transcendent beyond the physical existence. Perhaps you have read about Blaise Pascal, a mathematician, hydraulics. He said, and I quote, "There is a God-shaped vacuum in the heart of every man, which cannot be filled by any created thing, but only by God, the Creator, made known through Jesus." He was very specific. He also said, and I quote, "If you believe God and there is no God, you lose nothing. If you do not believe God and there is God, you lose everything," unquote. Whether you believe this too, it's up to you. I said, this is not a prescription, it's only for your consideration. Okay? What about the spirituality and religiosity? You see, we mistake spirituality with religiosity, because it's possible to be religious and yet not spiritual. You take the forms, but internally you are not. If one is spiritual, he can be truly religious. And let me just put to you 5 things that some people are missing. Even the so-called religious are missing. They lack the perspective to see life as it is. There's no purpose to live for. No principles to live by, power to live on, and people to live with. Spirituality allows us to see things in proper perspective. You know Helen Keller, the blind author, right? She said, to be blind is bad, but worse is to have eyes and not see. That's why in the Holy Book it also says, they have eyes but do not see, they have ears but do not hear. The worst calamity, to have eyes and fail to see. What I'm trying to say, we talk about human beings, and you talk about well-being in our teaching of home economics. But if you disregard spirituality, how can you talk about wholeness? People are living 2/3 of their potential without being spiritual. According to Ken Blanchard, the author of management books, Leadership is an example, we are not human beings having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. Because he believes, and I too believe, that human beings are tripartite, body, soul, and spirit, but we teach people only the body and the soul. That's why we have a vacuum, we have a problem in our lives, in our society. There's no wholeness, and we cannot talk about well-being without wholeness. Purpose. What are you living for? Do we have a written personal mission statement? Are you here to just live and consume resources or to contribute to society? You know, if you have read or seen this Alice in Wonderland thing, I like this. You know, one day Alice came to a fork in the road and saw a chestnut cat in a tree. Which road do I take? She asked. Where do you want to go? Was his response. I don't know, Alice responded. Then said the cat, it doesn't matter. In other words, don't ask the way to go if you know where you're going. And most people act it. They just live to study, to live, eat, study, get married, get a job, raise children and grandchildren, and they die. That life. That's not what we're teaching, I suppose, and I hope, in home economics. Life is more than consuming resources. It's fulfilling a mission in life. Do we teach them principles to live for or to live by? Because principles are handrails that can teach, can rebuke, correct, and train people for resilience, for goodness and family, for righteousness, and in fact, good citizenship. What do you base your life on? What are the principles you're following? Society's principles or some spiritual principles that could transcend time and existence? Power to live on, again, is the ability to do. Don't and never discredit the power of faith, the power of hope, and the power of love. Because these three things are the great enablers of resilience, the greatest of which is love. Not the romantic love, but the self-sacrificing kind of love that seeks what is best and better for the other person. Self-sacrificing, serving, and giving. People to live with. Well, you agree with me. That's why we are in home economics. We believe no man is an island. Okay? But you see, they have a lot of loners. They pretend to be strong because they think they are firm. Okay? But when they say they are firm and strong, I meant it to be they are the most fearful, insecure, resentful, and miserable people. Because only when we are together, we are better, surer, and stronger. I believe, as a student of administration and policy and running organization, no one is as smart as all of us. So, family and home resilience means we need people to work with people and to be humane in our dealing with each other. Challenge, I hope you are with me. Keep the pillar strong and steady. Stand on a solid and firm foundation. Resilience develops over time. It doesn't happen overnight. It demands persistence and endurance. So I say, never, never, never give up. The thing is, we teach only what we know, right? And we only give what we have. As teachers, mentors, let us grow and show what resilience is. Because you know, many times, Pogo is right, Walt Kelly's comic strip. We have the enemy, and he is us. We cannot conquer the world if we cannot conquer ourselves. And the thought here is also, and I like this, he who cradles and he what carries a child can carry the world too. And it starts with us. So that the truth in what we say is in what we do. And that's a challenge for me too. If we believe it, we do it. If not, we do not believe it. Let's not just teach from the textbook. Let our lives be the teacher. Because kids, children, they learn more from what they see than from what they hear. Let us walk the talk. Start where you are, with what you can do, with what you have now. Home and family resilience begins with you, with me, with us, today. They need models. People who can show the right ability, attitude, asset management, accessing resources and opportunities with great, deep, and strong spirituality. So thank you for bearing with me. Thank you for this brief time of sharing with you, and may God bless you. Have a pleasant day and more success to your association. Bye for now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Francisco P. Felizar Jr., for your articulate and remarkable message. My partner, let us now welcome some comments from our attendees via Facebook Live and Zoom. Please, you may now type in your questions on the comment section or chat box. I'll repeat, you may now type in your questions on the comment section or chat box.
Or probably, sir, they could share their aha moments and now I know moments or their key takeaways to the talk or the topic of Dr. Felizar this morning.
Yes.
So let's go to the chat box, sir, and check. But before that, sir, while waiting for them to type in their aha moments, I would like to share my own insight about the talk of Dr. Felizar. Basically, in order for us to have a strong foundation in building family resilience, there should be pillars. And those pillars are, number one, attitude. Second is the ability, assets, and access. But for that building or the pillars not to be shaken, it should be, the spirituality should be the ground for that to be unshaken. So that's my key takeaway. I really love the talk of Dr. Felizar. How about our participants? Let's check from the Zoom.
I'll repeat, you may now type in your questions
All
on
right.
the comment section or chat box, or you may share your insights or learnings.
So I see
Mhm.
clap icons. Thank you, Professor June. All right. Thank you, Sir Felizar. A lot of congratulatory messages for our very articulate speaker for this morning. Thank you po, sir, according to SDO Manila participant.
From Norilyn Narciso, thank you, sir, for sharing po. Will help us to develop peace culture po. Ayan. From Norilyn Narciso. Once again, we would like to acknowledge our 468 Facebook Live viewers and 347 Zoom attendees.
I suppose there are no questions or any insights from our attendees, so we will now proceed to the recognition of certificate. At this juncture, let us award the certificate of recognition to our keynote speaker. Please allow me to read the content of the certificate. Philippine Home Economics Association, the national organization of home economics and allied professionals in the Philippines, member of International Federation for Home Economics and Asian Regional Association for Home Economics, or IFHE. In cooperation with the Schools Division Office of Taguig City and Pateros, awards the Certificate of Recognition to Dr. Francisco P. Felizar Jr. for imparting his valuable insights and inspiration during the 2022 World Home Economics Day celebration with the theme, Building Resilient Home and Families. Given this 19th day of March 2022 at Schools Division Office of Taguig City and Pateros, General Santos Avenue, Taguig City. Signed, Susana V. Guinea, President of the Philippine Home Economics Association, and Mr. Albert M. Rosarda, the Vice President for Administration, IFHE, Vice President of Philippine Home Economics Association. Signed, Dr. Margarito B. Matirum, Schools Division Superintendent, Schools Division Office of Taguig City and Pateros.
Thank you very much. I hope that you have accepted my application for membership. Thank you.
Noted on that, sir.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
sir.
so much for sharing your expertise this morning. All right, after the inspiring topic given to us by Dr. Felizar, another intermission number will be brought to us by Ayla May Maxi, a grade 10 student from Bagong Bayan National High School.
Close my eyes and I can see the world that's waiting up for me, that I call my home. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we decide. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams, it's all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. The special things I compile, each one there to make you smile. on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to the world when we decide. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams, it's all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams, it's all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
Thank you so much, Ayla May, for that wonderful performance. So, sir, let's just remind our participants that they need to answer the evaluation form for them to get their certificate. So later on, we will be providing the QR code here before we finish this celebration for today.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Division of Taguig City and Pateros is proud to present to you our best practices in education, which were organized by our Acting Division Information Technology Officer, Mr. Ramil B. Santillan.
Our division aims not just to pass through the conventional way of sharing and partaking of knowledge, but also to experience passing through the expressways. Amidst the challenges brought to us by this pandemic, we from SDO Taguig City and Pateros never stop thinking about what's beneficial to all. We are all excited to present to you what DepEd Tapat has been through as we aim high and introduce innovative and wider use of ICT. We will use these expressways to the fullest. So sit back, relax, and enjoy as we travel to SLEX, School Livelihood Execution. Agriculture is one of the finest practices that we offer to our learners even before the pandemic struck. We still offer this through online class. We encourage our learners to get involved with agri-fishery like tilapia and hito, aqua hydroponics, gulayan, poultry and rabbitry. This is a form of livelihood program that will help the families in the community. EasyTex, a school's continuous technology experience. With a strong tie with the local government of Taguig City, the division of the PAT launched, implemented, and utilized different platforms like Torch or the Taguig Online Resources Community Hub that will help learners and teachers alike. Our schools have computer-assisted learning or CAL laboratories and MacBook laboratories. Learners were given free gadgets with SIM cards. Also, Taguig City has its own website, Taguig Registry for Access and Citizen Engagement, or the TRACE. This is to assist students and teachers in their vaccination schedule. NLEX, Navigating Learning Examples. SDO Tapat has its own learning management system, or LMS, utilized by teachers, students, as well as parents. Teachers can upload learning materials to be used by students in synchronous and asynchronous modalities used by students in synchronous and asynchronous modalities through the Taguig City government offers Telearal, where learners and parents can call up private online tutorials for free. We also practiced hybrid bright space, HiFlex or hybrid flexible that involve 3 modalities to help teachers teach in one setting in face-to-face, HiFlex including e-Teletecto, an online portal that helps the learners watch different video lessons. Teachers also conduct learning action cells or LAC sessions that strengthen their strategy and methodology in teaching. TPLEX, or the Technology Programs for Learning Exposure. DepEd Taguig City and Pateros utilizes different educational programs with the integration of ICT like the following. DepEd ICT Ed, or the Tapat ICT and DepEd Taguig City and Pateros. To work, or the training workshops for educators rigorous know-how, where they share drives for action plans, teacher mastery list, hybrid modules, and notes for Slack topics. We also have ADDICT in MML, or integrating ICTs and multimodal teaching and learning. And we have the FITISH and ICT, or the future and existing trends and issues shaping humanity and ICT. And with that, we invite you to go miles with us, SDO Taguig City and Pateros Expressways.
Congratulations, SDO Tapat, for showcasing our best practices. Indeed, sir, we live with our tagline, excellence in unity, legacy that lasts, and I am very proud to be part of SDO Tapat.
To our attendees this morning, may we see your heart and wow reacts on our Facebook Live. Okay. Thank you so much for your positive reactions.
All right, at the moment, sir, we have 420 live Facebook viewers along
As
with
well
the
as 347 Zoom attendees.
Yes. So Heart Reacts, nagpa-flood po ang ating FB Live with Heart Reacts.
Wow. Yes, indeed. There are plenty of heart reacts.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
At this juncture, sir, I am very proud to present to you the demonstration teaching of the best TLE teachers in the Schools Division of Office of Taguig City and Pateros. Our first demonstration teacher is a grade 6 EPP teacher from Pateros Elementary School. Let us all welcome Mr. Roldan B. Sesno.
Good day, kids! Welcome to TLE class. I am Sir Roldan Sesno, a teacher of Pateros Elementary School. Today, I am going to teach and show you the step-by-step procedures of planting lettuce using hydroponic system. But before that, let me give to you the virtual class rules. First, who wants to read the first rule? Yes, Kent.
Use your real name upon entering the Google Meet.
Okay, thank you, Ken. Use your real name upon entering the Google Meet. Second rule. Who wants to read the second rule? Elijah.
Always mute your microphone while the class is going on.
Very good. Always mute your microphone while the class is going on. You can unmute your microphone if your teacher told you to do so. And the next rule. During the recitation, please click the raise hand button on the reaction menu for you to be recognized. For our fourth rule, yes, Christopher?
Be attentive during class time.
Okay, thank you, Christopher. Be attentive during class time. And for the fifth rule, who wants to read the fifth rule? Nika.
Be cooperative during group activity.
Okay, thank you, Nika. Be cooperative during class activity. Now, let's have a game. And this game is called Name It to Win It. Yes, this is very easy. You are just going to guess a word on the visual hints. For example, we have gar plus, what do we call this? This one looks like a cave. But what is the other term for a cave? Good job! It's a den. Now, let's combine the two visual hints. Gar plus den. What's the answer? Good job! It's a garden. Are you ready, kids? Let's begin. First, very good, seedling. Next, good job, plants. How about this one? S plus, what is the answer? Very good, it's a soil. Next, we have let plus, look at the arrows. Very good, it's a lettuce. And the last one is, what is this symbol? Good job, it's a water. Okay, kids, the words that you have formed during the game are related to our lesson for today. Kids, have you been to a farm? Have you got the chance to plant any vegetable plants or flowering plants? That's great! Did you know that there are plants can be grown without soil? You heard it right. Just like lettuce plant, This can be grown using hydroponic system or the Kratky method. Now, let me discuss to you what hydroponic system is and how this method works. As you watch the video, you can take notes or jot down the important details, the terminologies or the words used in the video. When we say hydroponics, in its most basic definition, it is a production method where the plants are grown in a nutrient solution rather than in soil. In hydroponic system, we will be using the Kratky method. This method is discovered by Bernard A. Kratky, a researcher from the University of Hawaii. In essence, Kratky method can be seen as the deep water culture but without a pump. Though deep water culture is a simple and easy to build technique among the 6 types of hydroponic systems, Kratky makes it easier and cheaper. And that is because with Kratky, growers don't need to buy the electronic devices and don't require the electricity to run. This method is very useful or vital because even if we're on a distance learning, we will still be able to plant any vegetable plants like spinach, cucumber, tomatoes, and basil using hydroponic system. How does Kratky method work? What plants need from our nutrient post and hydroponic nutrients reviews? Basically, plants require oxygen, water, and lighting to survive. To reach its full potential growth, they will need macronutrients and micronutrients. Okay kids, who can tell me what does hydroponic mean? Very good! When we say very good! Plants get sunlight from the sun, carbon dioxide from the air, and water from the nutrient solution. Is sunlight required for hydroponics? Very good! Light is required for hydroponics but not necessarily the sunlight. This time, you will be learning the step-by-step procedures of planting lettuce using hydroponic system. As you can see, this is where I conducted the actual demonstration. The gulayan sa paaralan of Bateros Elementary School coordinated with our School Agriculture Coordinator, Sir Aldrin A. Arienza, and the school principal, Sir Jopre R. Galindez. Before we start, let me show you the materials needed in planting lettuce using hydroponic system.
Tapos,
first step I did was sterilization of coco peat. It is recommended that you sterilize the coco peat before using a mixture of nutrient solution and water. And after that, we have to keep the coco peat dry after sterilizing. The next step is planting the lettuce seeds. Just sprinkle or put the seeds in the container. Since there are different varieties or types of lettuce, we just have to label the container before placing the seedlings in a sunny location. So I wrote the name Dazzling Lettuce and the date. When the seedlings are about 2 inches tall or 15 days after sowing, we can start transplanting them. So for this step, we will be needing materials like cutter, scissors, marker, tape measure, insulator, and rubber bands. First, we're going to put the styro cup on top of the bottle in a reverse position. Use the marker and scissors or cutter to easily cut the upper part of the bottle. Take note, you will be doing these steps with the assistance of your parents. After that, we must cut the insulator with its correct height and width measurement of the bottle. Now, why do we need an insulator to cover the bottle? Because this will block the penetration of sunlight to our nutrient solution that may cause algae or moss. In other words, too much sunlight can form a production of algae. Next, get the styro cup and put or make 4 holes under the cup using the cutter. It absorbs the nutrient solutions inside the bottle, and there is also a passage for the roots. The fourth step is provide the container with a mixture of hydroponic nutrient solution and water. First, prepare 1 liter of water and 2 ml nutrient solutions A and B. A is for grow solution and B is for glow solution. With iron, 1 liter of water is equal to 1 ml iron. Iron strengthens the stem. At home, since we're using chlorinated water, we need to store it first and use it after a day. As you can see, this bucket has 15 liters of water, and we need 30 ml of nutrient solutions A and B. Nutrient solution to hydroponic is just like fertilizers to soil. Essentially, a hydroponic nutrient solution is a liquid filled with all of the necessary nutrients so that plant roots can come into contact for its growth. Compared to soil, hydroponic makes it easier to measure and fill the exact amounts of nutrients in the water solutions. The next step is transplanting the lettuce. After mixing the nutrient solutions and water, put them inside the bottle and the styro cup so we can get the exact amount of mixed nutrient solutions and water. Make sure that it's not less than 1 centimeter to absorb the fertilizer or mixed nutrient solutions and water. Let us now start transplanting the lettuce in the styro cup. First, we're going to put some coco peat inside the styro cup, and take note, the amount of coco peat should be half of the cup only. Now, get the 2-inch lettuce from the container using the stick. After that, we need to put the insulator and seal it with the use of rubber bands. And the last step is harvesting the lettuce. Planting lettuce is very easy, and there's no reason for you not to try it, because even if we don't have soil or garden for plantation at home, we can still do it because of water. Remember, water is the vital for the life and survival of all plants. Okay, so how many steps do we have in planting lettuce? There are 6. Very good. So what are those? We have next. Good job. Next. 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 And good job. For our next activity, I am going to divide you into 3 groups. Yes, through Google Meet breakout rooms, you can talk and chat with your group members to do your work. Your work or your answers should be uploaded and will be presented by your group leader and assistant leader. Now, here is your task. You are going to arrange the jumble words in a form of sentence. For example, lettuce can be planted using hydroponic system. Okay, so for this activity, I'm gonna give you 3 minutes to do it. Are you ready? Your timer starts now.
this is for Group 1. Okay, so here is the reporter or the presenter from Group 1. Okay, Jatniel, your timer starts now.
Good morning, everyone. I am Princess Clotilde de Leon, representative of Group 1. This is Group 1 work. 1. Cocoa peat should be sterilized. 2. Plant lettuce seeds. 3. Prepare a mixture of nutrient solution and water. 4. Prepare the materials needed in planting. 5. Transplant the lettuce. 6. Harvest the lettuce. Thank you.
Thank you, Jatniel. Let's give a virtual clap for Group 1. Very good. And for Group 2, who's gonna present for Group 2?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Elijah, and I am the presenter of Group 2 Lettuce. And this is our answer. 1. Cocoa peat should be sterilized. 2. Plant lettuce seeds. 3. Prepare a mixture of nutrient solution and water. 4. Prepare the needed materials in planting. 5. Transplant the lettuce. 6. Harvest the lettuce.
Who can tell me the materials used in planting lettuce using hydroponic system? Good job! Now, what can you say about these materials? Very good, they are used already. So we call them the recyclable materials. Why should we recycle used materials? We should recycle used materials because it helps in keeping the environment clean. Very good. Next, it reduces the amount of waste produced. Good job! It also saves energy and thus helps in avoiding energy crisis. What else? Very good! It helps in creating new job opportunities. Before we proceed to our last activity, who can give me the 6 step-by-step procedures of planting lettuce using hydroponic system?
Who wants to answer? What is the first? What are
Google Forms? Your task is you are going to select true if the statement is correct and false if it's incorrect. Are you ready? Let's begin. And for number 3, it is not recommended that you sterilize the cocoa peat before using a mixture of nutrient solution. Is it true or false? Good job, it is false. And for number 4, 1 liter of water is equal to 2 ml nutrient solutions A and B. Is it true or false? Very good. And for last number, after planting, wrap the planted pot bottle with insulator to block the penetration of sunlight to our nutrient solution that may cause algae or moss. Is it true or false? Good job! We need to wrap the bottle with the insulator, or we can use any dark color of paint to block the penetration of sunlight that may cause a production of moss or algae. Good job, kids! For your assignment,
Our second demonstration teacher is a grade 10 teacher and ICT coordinator of Signal Village National High School, Mr. Kirby D. Camagay.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome our demonstration teacher, Mr. Kirby de Gia Camagay.
All the students, good morning.
Good morning po, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Right, so for today, we will be learning about exploring drawing software. I will be your teacher for today, Sir Kirby, and for today, we will be aiming to explore different graphic software such as IFHE, which is the first drawing illustration application that we will use. Okay. Also, not only that, we will also explore digital methods and digital. Okay. So now let's proceed with the lesson proper. But before that, let's just have a quick review of the following tools. Let's see if you're already aware of the tools that I'll be showing later. So what we will do, you will be defining the following tool that is being described in the picture that I'll be showing, guided by the statement, and all you have to do is you have to click the raise hand so I can call your attention. Okay, so one more time, let's try this time. Can I see a raised hand so I can see who's willing to answer? There we go. I can see Rainer, Lemar, Nicole, Inigo. Very good. Okay, let's proceed. Question number 1. This application or this tool is used to create soft edge strokes and allow the users to draw in the artwork. Alright, let's have Casey to answer the question.
This is a brush tool po.
Yes, very good. This one is called brush tool. Okay, later we will explore more of that on what is the capability of a brush tool when we do digital research. Okay, next, this is used to insert words, caption, or letters in the artwork.
Text tool po.
Text tool, very good. This one is text tool if you want to insert words or captions. Next, number 3. This is used to fill areas with colors.
Bucket tool po.
Bucket tool, that is correct. Okay, in some other application, it is called fill tool, but later we will discover why it's called bucket tool. Okay, next, this is used to select similarly colored areas.
Magic wand po.
Magic wand, correct. This one is that magic wand. Right. Last question. This is used to select similarly colored areas.
Filter po.
Filter. Let's see. Correct. This one is filter. So all of those may be familiar from other tools that we are using, probably in Photoshop, in Illustration, Adobe Illustrator rather. So for today, we will discover how it is related. Right? Probably we can see the related tools that we will be using for today's application. But before that, let's have a quick game for everyone. So we will be having a game entitled Guess What I Draw. Okay? May I ask you first a question? Who's in here has an experience playing Scribble? Scribble.io. Can I see a raised hand? There, I see John Andre, Jera, Bon. Right? So the concept of that game is inspired for our today's activity, wherein you will observe what is being drawn in the canvas, and all we have to do is to make a guess while I am showing the illustration, and you have to type your answers. Let's proceed to our first item game. All right. Here's the first image that we have to guess. You can type your answers already in the chat box. All right. Many of you got the correct answer already. So let's acknowledge Lemar, Janela, Zera, Tisha, Altea, Pauline. You got the correct answer. This one is rocket ship. That's correct. Let's proceed to the next object. Okay, I think I'm seeing answers already. Let's acknowledge. They are Jovel, Renard, Danica, Pauline, Von, Mariel. The correct answer for this is a wine glass. Okay? Correct answer is wine glass. Next, last picture. Last picture. Usually use this whenever you attend online classes. Very good. So the one who got the correct answer is Bon, Jera, Indigo, Ashley, and Agia. The correct answer is Google Chrome, or the icon of the Google Chrome. Okay? So if you will observe, this is the interface that we will be exploring for today's lesson. This is the canvas page of IBIS Paint. But first, let's define what is IBIS Paint. Okay? Can Angela read the 2 paragraphs for us?
Ibis Paint is an app with the concept of share the fun of drawing. Ibis Paint was created for the purpose of enabling communication, enjoying drawing, and developing your drawing abilities. This drawing lecture is for newcomers to digital drawing. If you want to get better at drawing, the two most important things are to enjoy drawing and to draw a lot.
Thank you, Angela. Okay, now it's stated here that Ibis Paint is an application with the concept of sharing the fun of drawing. So having said this, and we have the purpose stated in there, where do we use Ibis Paint?
Sir, we use IBIS Paint for communicating and enjoying drawing po and developing our drawing abilities.
Thank you. Yeah, that's correct. The purpose of Ibis Paint is not just to create digital illustration, but to enable communication, enjoying drawing, and developing your drawing abilities. Now, how are we going to use Ibis Paint to perform all of this? For example, enabling communication. How can we enable communication if we will be using Ibis Paint?
We can communicate through IBIS Paint through internet po, sir, and in IBIS Paint it has a certain section where you can share your work to for the world to see your work po, sir.
Exactly, you're correct, right? So before, when we try fine arts, we only draw and combine everything in just a single folder, right? But with Ibis Paint, it allows us to collaborate with other illustrators. We can get to share our work. We can even learn from other illustrators. And that's how we share the fun of drawing with Ibis Paint. Okay, let's proceed. Okay, considering the fact that we are using different devices, therefore it is right and it is a must that we know the compatibility of the application to all of your devices. So here, with iOS version, make sure that you are using your iPhone, probably iPad, but it should have an iOS 10.0 version, so it will work. But if you're using an Android device, make sure you are using or running Android 4.1 operating system. Okay? So never ever forget this so that we can make sure that Ibis Paint is working with all of our devices. Let's continue. Now, when we open the application Ibis Paint, this is the typical page or the opening page that will show to us. Let's start with My Gallery, which is in here. It will show the artwork that we've created. It's like showing the gallery in our smartphones or probably the pictures that we had earlier. Okay? Next, we have here the collection. This part of the Ibis Paint will show artwork that were downloaded from online gallery. Most especially if we're curious or if we are interested to use this as a reference or probably an inspiration so that we can work in the future. Okay? And the last one here, we can see the online gallery. This will redirect the Ibis Paint to a website where it will show all of the featured work by different kind of illustrators. So I'm hoping that one of you in the future, I will see your work here in the online gallery featured all over the world. Are we up for that? Can I see a thumbs up if we're game for that? Hoping in the future that our work will be featured. There. Okay. Good job. Very good. All right. Once we click My Gallery, which is the next step that we have to do, we will see the My Gallery page here. And the first thing to do, especially if you will start using Ibis Paint, is we click the plus icon over here, and it will allow us to continue here to create new canvas. Right? If we click the plus icon here, we will see options where we can import picture, we choose SD size and HD size. Okay, can somebody confirm what is the SD size and HD size? Let's have Nicole. What is SD and HD size?
SD size is a small canvas po, while HD size is a large canvas.
Yes, very good. So we will choose between the two whether our work should be created through small canvas or probably in a large canvas, especially if it has to be posted like a billboard or a tarpaulin size. Okay, but here in the middle part of the settings, it gives us the option to manually set the width and height of our canvas. So we will just adjust the width and the height. So it allows us to check if it's proportion. Okay, I'm just showing this for the meantime so that you will be familiar, but later on you will have an actual demonstration of it, just for you to get familiar with it. Okay, all right, let's continue in the bottom part here. Okay, so we are seeing DPI. Okay, once we're done setting this, it will proceed to the canvas screen itself. So in the traditional illustration, brush, eraser, brush, and eraser. If you want to switch, just tap number one, or just tap that icon, and you will be redirected to brush and eraser. Okay, let's proceed with number 2. That's
Our third demonstration teacher is a senior high school ICT teacher from Signal Village National High School, Miss Jenny Añano.
Good afternoon, those who are in Google Meet, and good afternoon, those who are on our FB Live. Yes, we're live on our multimedia club page for those who will take the asynchronous. Before we start, let's stand up and let's have our opening prayer.
Offer you this morning everything that we are about to do, every task that we
Good afternoon again, everyone. You may now take your seats for those who are here. And for those who are in Google Meet, can you please at least open your cameras for us to see you here?
Ma'am, Karatay already checked the attendance ko.
Right. Thank you so much, Nicole, for that update. Okay, and now our topic for today, for this week, is all about how to prepare and interpret technical drawing, specifically flowchart. Okay, but before that, let us have this let's try activity. All right, for our let's try activity, this is to assess your prior knowledge with regards to what we are about to discuss for this week, and for me to assess if you're really reading your modules in advance. So the direction here is you are going to match, okay, the column A from column B. So you will be raising your hands for those who are face-to-face and to those who are in a Google Meet to answer the question. Okay, who will do number 1? Number 1 is from here, from face-to-face. Read and answer. Yes, Pili.
Number 1, it is represented by a rectangle. The first one action in
Okay, so number 1 is, yes, very good. That is process. So clap your hands. Yeah, grade 7 kayo eh. Okay, next, in the Google Meet, how about Nicole in Google Meet?
Number 2, it is represented by a diamond, a process that can answer a decision by yes or no. So number 2 is letter A, decision.
Okay, number 2 is letter A, very good. That is decision. And now, let's welcome for our ICT CSS grade 7 week 4 topic, which is interpreting and knowing the different in technical drawing, which is particularly flowchart. Okay, let's go first to review what we have discussed last time. What we have discussed. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Yes, very good. Windows, Android, iOS, and Mac OS are examples of online applications. True or false? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the answer, of course, is false. Okay, next. Okay, last one. What are the physical components of a computer system called? A, hardware, B, desktop, C, devices, D, inputs. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we have, yes, hardwares. The podium says, letterboard, we have okay, and number 2, Bautista. Okay, so our content standard, let's go. The learners demonstrate the understanding of concept and underlying the principles in preparing and interpreting technical drawings. And our performance standards, you are going to interpret a technical drawing. So we have the following objectives: to identify the kinds of flowchart, to create a flowchart in accordance to a specific job, and to recognize the importance of preparing flowchart. So before we go on, let's have this motivational quotes. Okay? So it says there, don't go with the flow, be the flow. Okay? Who would like to share his or her insight about it?
Para sa akin, don't go with the flow. Baka-interpret ko pa kaya nasa buhay ko na
the resourcefulness. So rather than just going with the flow, rather than just sticking with the system, I think as a student myself and as a woman, of course, we're celebrating Women's Month, we should learn how to be the flow, how to take a stand and to take actions and responsibility alongside with it.
Very well said. Very good. Okay, so let's go. Technical drawings is a graphic and technical communication tool. So it's a communication tool. Why? Because in our early age, during, okay, so in order for us to get interact and to get communicated, graphic symbols to depict the nature and flow of the process. Yes, it is a diagram. So as you can see there, it is a diagram with a graphic symbol to know the nature and the flow of the process. Also, there's another definition. Can you please read?
For those who would like to watch the entire demonstration teaching of our teacher demonstration, you may visit the World Home Economics Day or WED website. So for our last demonstration teacher, he is a grade 10 EIM teacher. My partner for today from Western Bicutan National High School, Mr. Kevin Norberto D. Oloyo.
Monica, sino Monica naman? Baka
I would like to welcome you in our TLE-IM Division Demonstration Teaching. This is Mr. Kevin Alberto D. Oloya. I would like to acknowledge again the presence of our acting TLE-EPP Education Program Supervisor, none other than Dr. Jose F. Abisado Jr. and the DRR Coordinator, Mr. Roldan Aminda. And of course, the presence of my TLE Department Head here in Western Bicutan National High School, Ma'am Gracie Vista, and the rest of my colleagues. A pleasant afternoon. So for my students here in online, the attendance is automatically recorded, and I would like you to observe the netiquette rules.
Actually, there are only 3 or 5 students online. So you have to remember that you need to turn off your microphone when not in use. You will only turn on your microphone with my permission. And for our on-site learners, the attendance is checked by our class secretary. And please arrange the chairs properly and pick up the pieces of paper or any trash that you can see around you. By the way, I would like to know if you are feeling well right now. How do you feel today? I hope everyone is safe from the threat of COVID-19. And so, if you're not feeling well, especially these students in front of me, please do not hesitate to tell me right away so that we can ask help or assistance from our school nurse. So who among you can still remember the lesson that we have discussed last meeting? Anyone? Oh, no one. So with this, we will help each other by presenting these 3 pictures here. You're going to identify each picture by selecting letters from the given choices and fill up the boxes with correct words. Let's start. Who among here can identify the first picture? Any idea? Yes, that's correct. It's about election. And now there's an instruction there at the bottom that you need to remove the 3 letters such as ION. So what would be the word? Elect. That's great. And now let's proceed to the second picture that we need to combine with the first one to form the word. Okay? So what do you think the second picture is all about? Anyone? From our online learners? Okay, that's correct. It's about drinks. Okay. So what is the common thing about these drinks? Any hand? Their brand name, correct. And now what is the brand name? Yes? Anyone who would like to answer? Alvilar? Okay, right now. Okay. Therefore, the first word that we have here is electrical. And let's proceed to the third picture here at the right side. What do you think this picture is all about? It's about? Anyone? What does the third picture here all about? It's about?
Plants.
Okay, very good. Plants. This time you have to remove the 2 letters at the end, such as T and S, as instructed, which is below there at the picture. So the word will be?
Plants.
Very good. Therefore, the last lesson that we have discussed was about electrical plant. And we were able to interpret the electrical plant. Remember, we have identified different electrical symbols such as lump, outlet, wires, and of course, one-way switch. And I also have mentioned the one-way switch that are being used to control the bulb or bulbs in one location only. And I have presented also a diagram where the one-way switch was. And this time I have here a video that will give us hints about the topic that we are going to talk this day. So please watch this. Please pay attention with the details. the activity. I suppose you learned something. So here is your activity sheet for the students who are present here in our classroom. So please get one and pass. And for those students here online, you just take a screenshot of this activity, you crop it, and then you work on. And that will be the end of our session for today. Thank you and see you. And now, let us award the Certificate of Recognition to our demonstration teachers. Please allow me to read the content of the certificate. Philippine Home Economics Association, a nation organization of home economics and allied professionals in the Philippines. Member of International Federation for Home Economics and Asian Regional Association for Home Economics. In cooperation with Schools Division Office of Taguig City and Pateros, awards the Certificate of Recognition to Roldan B. Cesno for having served as demonstration teacher during the 2022 World Home Economics Day celebration with the theme Building Resilient Home and Families, given this 19th day of March 2022 at Schools Division Office of Taguig City and Pateros, General Santos Avenue, Taguig City. Signed, Susana V. Guinea, President of Philippine Home Economics Association, Albert M. Rosarda, Vice President for Administration of ARAHE and Vice President of Philippine Home Economics Association. Signed, Dr. Margarito B. Materum, Schools Division Superintendent, Schools Division Office, Taguig City and Pateros.
The same certificate is awarded to Kirby D. Camagay. Another certificate is awarded to Miss Jenny Añano. A certificate of appreciation is also awarded to Kevin Norberto D. Oloya. Congratulations to all our demonstration teachers.
Going back to mental health, we should
To show gratitude to the host school division, a certificate of appreciation is awarded by the Philippine Home Economics Association. Let me read the citation. Philippine Home Economics Association, a national organization of home economics and allied professionals in the Philippines. Member of International Federation for Home Economics and Asian Regional Association for Home Economics. Certificate of Appreciation presented to Schools Division of Taguig City and Pateros for being the host division during the World Home Economics Day celebration 2022 with the theme Building Resilient Home and Families given this 19th day of March 2022. Signed, Susana V. Guinea, the President of the Philippine Home Economics Association, and Albert M. Rosarda, Vice President for Administration of ARAHE and Vice President of the Philippine Home Economics Association.
At this juncture, to break the ice, another intermission number will be brought to us by Indayao Dance Company from Signal Village National High School. All right, Sir Kevin, while we are waiting for the Indayo Dance Company, let us have first an update. At the moment, we do have 422 still alive and kicking FB Live viewers and 370 Zoom attendees. Huwag po kayong bibitaw because later on, we will still be having activities for this. And we would like to read some comments from our Zoom. A lot of congratulatory messages from NCR Marikina. Congratulations to all the demo teachers. Truly, indeed, that internet connection is our problem. Hoping this will be addressed in the future. Congrats and thank you po.
Message from the Facebook from Dinalor Iselgi from Western Bigutan National High School. Good morning. Greetings to Kaye or Christine Jessica H. Oloya. Greetings to my principal, Dr. Rhea Milana Cruz. And from Malu Jacob Aquino. Good morning. Watching from Cruz Naligas Elementary School, SDO, Quezon City.
Alright, I would like to read the comment of Ma'am Relibet Foronda. Congratulations po to everyone. Shout out po to Ma'am Gladilyn Lu Pereña Gonato and Melanie Diaz Gatanela, and to the amazing technical team of SDO Tapat City and Pateros. Kaway-kaway po sa ating TW team.
Another message from Ma'am Carla Kim Angeles. Good morning. Still watching from SDO Manila. Congratulations to all the speakers and demonstration teachers.
Alright, once again, let us all welcome the Indayo Dance Company from Signal Village National High School.
Ay, 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 Udaya.
right, that was awesome. Thank you so much, Indayo Dance Company from Signal Village National High School. And to our FB viewers and Zoom attendees, to show your appreciation to these young talents, kindly hit the heart react and wow react. Tignan natin kung ano kaya ang mas marami, wow react or heart react. Sir, kindly check in your screen. Wow!
Heart reacts.
Puro heart.
Plenty of
Indeed,
heart reactions.
SDO Tapat has a lot of homegrown talents. At this juncture, we would like to acknowledge one of the participants in our Zoom, who happens to be Ma'am Reforma,
Former Education Program Supervisor of TLE EPP.
Yes, and he is also the former founder of the Philippine Home Economics Association here in SDO Tapat. Hello po, ma'am!
Hi, Ma'am Reforma. And now, the symbolic turnover of the World Home Economics Day flag to the next host division.
To complete this event, let us listen to the short message from our overall chairman of this event in the Schools Division of Taguig City and Pateros, Margarito B. Matirum, Seso 6, followed by the response from the Philippine Home Economics Association President, Madam Susana V. Guinea, and the message of acceptance from the Schools Division Superintendent of Mandaluyong, Dr. Romela M. Cruz, and the Chief of Curriculum Implementation Division of Mandaluyong, Dr. Aline G. Mendoza.
A pleasant morning to all. We would like to express our gratitude for having been chosen as the host division of the 2022 World Home Economics Day celebration. With this opportunity, we have showcased innovations like 2022 website, a portal that brings different stakeholders together, online registration that opens up chances of all interested participants to join without distance barriers, online benchmarking of best practices, and different platforms which provided avenues for an overwhelming number of registered attendees to this two-day celebration. Our schools division has set a new challenge to other schools divisions which would like to host this same event. The opportunity is now given to the schools division of Mandaluyong City to provide a more meaningful World Home Economics Day celebration for 2023. Congratulations.
On behalf of the Board of Directors of the Philippine Home Economics Association, I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to DepEd Pateros, headed by Dr. Margarito B. Materum, SDO Superintendent, for successfully hosting the 2022 World Home Economics Day celebration. At this point, it is now my honor and privilege to turn over the World Home Economics Day flag to the next host division, SDO Mandaluyong, headed by Dr. Romela M. Cruz, Superintendent.
our distinguished officials, officers of the Philippine Home Economics Association, headed by their president, Ma'am Susana Viginea, and the Vice President, Mr. Albert M. Rosarda, the Superintendent of the Division of Taguig-Pateros, Dr. Gary Materum, teachers, students, and guests, isang maganda pong umaga sa inyo lahat. It is with great honor for SDO Mandaluyong to become the next bearer of the World Home Economics Day flag and to host the 2023 World Economics Day celebration. Thank you for allowing our Batang Mandunong and teachers to experience such commemoration of creativity and development of skills to prepare and build a resilient future. I am confident that our division will make this celebration worthwhile for everyone as we keep on discovering other aspects of home economics that can be introduced through various activities we will provide next year. Muli, isang malaking pagpapasalamat po sa pagbibigay ng tiwala at pagkakaloob ng pananagutan at responsibilidad nito sa amin. Isang malaking pagbati rin po sa Dibisyon ng Taguig at Pateros para sa isang matagumpay na selebrasyon ngayong taon. Naway maging matagumpay pa ang mga susunod na celebration na handog natin sa lahat upang makapagbigay inspirasyon at karunungan sa nakararami. Magandang araw po sa ating lahat at marami pong salamat. Isa po itong karangalan na kami ang maging host sa 2023.
On behalf of the Schools Division Superintendent, SDO Mandaluyong, Dr. Romela M. Cruz, SESO 6, the Office of the Chief Education Supervisor for the Curriculum Implementation Division, would like to accept the symbolic turnover of the World Home Economics Day flag celebration. It is an honor and privilege to host the 2023 World Home Economics Day celebration. SDO Mandaluyong City is delighted to serve you all. Congratulations, SDO Tapat, for the immense success of the 2022 World Home Economics Day celebration. Thank you very much.
Honor. Let us all join together in the community singing of the Philippine Home Economics Association March. May we request everyone to please rise.
We would also like to invite everyone to turn on your cameras for the community singing of the Philippine Home Economics Association March.
We are proud to belong with happy hearts and noble mission, with golden hearts to share, families, peace, love and care. Send hearts together, working together, working together forever. Life and society. PHEA, PHEA, march on forever. For the sake of the family, for the sake of the country, build happier homes, stronger communities, unite all nations. Home economists in the Philippines, we are the symbol of committed happy family. We establish quality, professional services. We offer innovative research in technology and home economics. And we dedicate ourselves as model home economies. PHEA, PHEA,